What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Cool Colas here, and you are now tuning into a new video on my channel. But before we get all into the topic today, I would love for you to do a few things. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to my channel. Go ahead and hit the like button so that you can like this video. Hit the share button so that you can share this with all your friends, family, and anybody in between. Also, hit the bell icon so that you get notifications for whenever I come out with new content on this channel. When you're finally finished with the topic for today, I would love for you to leave me a comment below. That way I can get to it when we're finished with what I'm saying on this video. For today's topic, in honor of y'all's beloved 420, I want to talk about my thoughts on smoking. And I am going to dive a little bit into drinking as well too, but the main topic here is going to be smoking. When it comes to taking any type of substance, whether it's alcohol or whether it's weed or any type of thing that's gonna make you feel like you're not totally there. I'm not really a big fan of it, to be honest with you. And the reason why is because I don't like things that make me feel off earth. I don't like things that make me feel like I'm not coherent. I like to be focused. And I think that it's important that we talk about why pro-black should be focused as well too, and why taking different substances impairs that and doesn't allow you to do everything that you need to do. You need to be in a space, especially when you're pro-black, to be able to read the room, understand the people around you, be in control of your actions fully. And for me personally, I know that when it comes to smoking and also when it comes to drinking as well too, it doesn't make you as coherent as you want to be. It makes you really a little bit off earth, like off centered. You're not totally 100% there. And something about that has never really sat right to me. Now I will say that when it comes to drinking, I have had an occasional drink here or there. I may drink maybe like once or twice a year. Sometimes I don't drink at all. Some years I don't drink at all because I will have like maybe a little bit of wine or a hard cider. But even that is on a rare occasion. But when it comes to smoking, I really don't smoke anything. And as a matter of fact, the last time I even smoked anything before was in college. And I'm going to explain to you why I feel that way and kind of the history as well too. When I was in college, I actually wasn't a big smoker or drinker either. I tried weed before. And I've had it a handful of times and whatnot. But when it came to drinking, I probably did it a lot more then than I do now. But even when I drunk, I never in college once bought a full bottle of alcohol. Like, how some people, when you go to these college towns, like, they'll buy like fifths of alcohol or things that they can share with people when people are taking shots and things like that. That wasn't me. Now, I was a type, like if I had a friend or somebody like that and they said they wanted me to take a shot with them or that type of thing, I would do it just because, one, I wanted to see, what it tastes like. Obviously, it tastes like shit, but, I want to see what it tastes like when I wasn't aware. And two, it would be a thing of, maybe if I didn't mind, I would just do it, But outside of that, I wasn't really a big fan of drinking for myself. It just wasn't like something that I was really, truly interested in doing. Smoking, I kind of felt the same way. Again, I think it's just the idea that it's something that doesn't allow me to be as focused as I want to be. I felt that way in college, and I feel that way even more now today. Now, I'll say even in college, I had this conversation with this very big-backed sister before. And I was talking about how when I date, I don't like to see women who smoke. And I'm not really a big fan of when they drink either, but I'm mostly not a fan of women who smoke. And so she kind of laughed and kind of made fun of me and thought that shit was funny. And she was like, well, you ain't never gonna get no chick because, pretty much all of them smoke and stuff like that. Joke's on her because now I have a wife who has never smoked before a day in her life and does not want to and doesn't really drink either. So, joke's on her. I probably would want to escape from the world too if I look like a sack of potatoes. But anyway, my main point here is that I do not like to see women especially smoking. It is one of the biggest turnoffs that I have. I do not like to see women smoking. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a damn cigarette. I don't care if it's weed. Hell, I don't care if you found a way to smoke some bath salts. I don't like when women smoke anything. It's a turnoff for me. And the main reason why is I don't like the idea of a woman being in a position where she's not coherent enough to, be herself, and somebody could potentially take advantage of her. So that's one thing that I think about. The other thing that I think about too is just from a place of, the way it looks for me, it kind of comes off masculine. And I don't think it's very ladylike to be, a woman, and especially a young woman, and you're out here smoking, and, your breath is smelling like a baby shit, and then your lips are blacker than Akon. Like, I don't really think that that's attractive. I don't see anything cool about it even. Like, cause some chicks will get on social media and they'll be smoking weed and all this other stuff, and they'll think it's cool. There's a bunch of them right now. I can go to my Instagram right now. A bunch of chicks that are on there doing that, and I just shake my head. I'm like, they think this is the coolest shit in the world, and I'm like, your breath probably smells like diarrhea mixed with sulfur, but go ahead, do your thing. I just don't like it. To each their own. That's not my thing. That's not my jam. I personally don't like to do that for myself. I think we as pro-black people in general need to be focused. We need to be able to stay coherent in literally every situation, especially when we've made it public that these are our views. Now, I will say that if this is a business, like let's say that you're doing like a cannabis business and that type of thing, and you're doing this business especially to help people for medicinal reasons and things like that, then I could appreciate that, and I actually would respect that. So I'm not really against someone making money from that, because when you really think about it, like the white supremacist has really made a whole lot of money off of these substances that they used to put us in prison for, and now they want to legalize it. So I'm not against you getting your money because of the fact that you're trying to sell some weed. And again, the medicinal thing, I definitely understand that as well too, if you believe that is going to help you, or that's something that is going to make you feel whole, for yourself. So I definitely understand those reasons. The other thing too is, they lace a lot of this marijuana and stuff like that with substances and things like that really make it not pure marijuana and can really mess you up something bad. And change your life, alter your life in the way that things go for you going forward. So I definitely think that that's a danger and something that a lot of people, if you are a weed smoker, need to watch out for. It's again just not my thing. I think there's too many risks. I don't really care for the feeling. I don't have to feel like I'm off earth to escape, because really, to be honest with you, smoking is truly rooted in escapism. Drinking is too, but I know we're talking about smoking today here. It's rooted in escapism. And really, there's a big parallel between being a weed smoker and being a blurred who's not pro-black. And let me explain what I mean by that. A lot of blurreds who don't embrace pro-black values enjoy their content, like the whimsical stuff, the nerdy stuff, the comic stuff, things like that, because it's an escape from reality. They're looking and they're envisioning something that's very imaginative, and they're getting lost in this type of content. And these are the things that they enjoy, which is very imaginative and different from the world that they live in. And they like to exist there and to be focused on the artistic piece of the things that they like. So they're almost escaping from addressing what truly is a big system of racism that actually is in the stuff that they enjoy as well too. That's why I'm trying to change that scope of the way that looks from the pro-black blur perspective, because I want us as black nerds to also address the things that we see in the media that we enjoy, and to create content that's going to be positive for black people and whatnot when we're enjoying these different things. So that's one of the reasons why I'm even in the space that I'm in right now. But I think it has a lot of similarities to being a weed smoker, because you both are living in the system of escapism, not being in the physical world, or at least giving the illusion to yourself that you're not in the physical world that you truly exist in, or you're a different person in that world. So for me, I don't really like to thrive in that. Other people who do, more power to them, but it's just truly not my thing, So again, I think that those who do smoke should probably look into what is the reason that they are doing that. And I think it gets rooted back to escaping what is a set of problems or problems that they have not solved yet, or maybe feel hopeless to be able to solve. And I think that once you get to the root of that, then you can start looking at why you're using this as a coping mechanism, because essentially it's a coping mechanism versus dealing with the world around you. Now, again, I don't want to come off like I'm judging people who are in this space where they're trying to figure all that stuff out. All I'm simply saying is that I don't really see the purpose of it beyond that level of escapism to feel good about, the world around them, or, the world that they exist in. Now, some people would even argue when they hear me say that everybody has some form of escape. And I can understand that perspective and that point. But the reality is that when you are smoking or even drinking, it's impairing your judgment and it's impairing your focus. And I think that's the problem. And I think that's something that's very keen and something that we need to be very crucially aware of, especially if you want to be pro-black and you want to be like just aware of everything around you and the world around you, because that's a big part of being pro-black itself. It's a level of self-awareness, especially when it comes to black people, what's going on in the world and the things around you. So I just wanted to make it clear that I'm not trying to shame people who do it. I'm just explaining why it's not a thing for me and why I wouldn't recommend it for anybody who's pro-black as well too. But again, to each their own. If you don't care, go ahead and enjoy your 420. It is what it is. But anyway, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed what I had to say, and there'll be more to come soon. Other than that, I hope y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.